Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how I make ghee. Right, ghee is basically butter fat. And what we do is we extract it from butter. The reason I'm showing you how to make ghee is because ghee is used extensively in Asian and Far Eastern cooking, and some of the future recipes that I'm going to put on my video are based on curries and things like that, use ghee for frying and what have you. So instead of buying ghee from the shop, it's quite expensive, that's if you can get it, then it's easier to make it from unsalted butter. So the next thing we'll do, as per usual, is go through the ingredients, and they're pretty simple because it's just butter. Okay, for ingredients, all you need is butter. You need 4 packs of unsalted butter. Now this will actually make up roughly about a litre of liquid. So you need to make sure that you have a container to put your ghee in that's capable of holding a litre or more, and a pot which is going to be holding at least 2 litres. And that's all you need, ingredients wise. Okay, so here we are with our induction heater again, our induction hob. If you don't know which pots and pans can be used with an induction hob, always use the lobster test. This is the lobster. And if he sticks to the bottom of the pan, like that, then your pan is suitable for induction hobs. I got this from Maine. In fact, someone actually gave it to me from Maine. Okay, so what we're going to do is put in our butter. So we'll start off with 1 pack. As I said, this will make up about a litre of liquid because each pack is 250 grams. It seems to actually make a little bit more than a litre with 4 packs. So we're going to turn this on to P2, I think, this time, because this thing is actually quite fierce. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring it to the boil. Now normally with ghee, well, when you're trying to extract the fat out of the butter, there's 2 stages. There's clarified butter, which is where the milk solids and any liquid actually separate from the actual butter itself, leaving just the fat. So you've got you've got the fat, and then you've got the milk solids and moisture as well. You've got water in this. That is when you skim off all the solids, and once you've driven all the moisture out of the fat, then basically what you've got there is clarified butter. However, eventually, after the cooking process continues for a while, the milk solids will actually go to the bottom of the pan, and they will start to brown slightly. And this actually imparts a bit of a sort of nutty flavour onto the actual ghee itself, which is what actually makes ghee. So what we're planning to do is make ghee by keeping the solids in there, not skimming them off, and then making sure that they go to the bottom, keeping an eye on the colour of them. And then once that's done, we'll turn the hob off and drain it off through a sieve. I'll probably use this into a bowl. Don't put it straight into a plastic bowl because it will probably melt. That's teaching you to suck eggs, really, isn't it? Anyway, so let's get this heated up first. I might just put it on to 3, make it act a bit quicker. Okay, the butter is nearly melted. It's got a bit of a way to go yet. But as you notice, the liquid is totally opaque. You can't see anything. But it will start to clear as we separate the milk solids from the actual butter itself and just get left with the fat. As I said before, that's where eventually, towards the end of this process, the milk solids will sink to the bottom. They will brown off very slightly. And that's where you get ghee. Ghee has a slightly nutty flavour, basically due to the browning of the solids at the bottom. If you scrape all the solids off, and you will get some froth up here eventually, if you scrape all that off, then what you've got is clarified butter and not ghee, which doesn't have the same sort of nutty taste to it. Right, we're just going to keep that going for a while. Okay, you can now see the froth starting to form on the top. If you pull it back to one side, you can see all the solids starting to separate out from the butter itself, or the butter fat. You just got to keep it going and put it on a very mild boil, not a rolling boil, just a sort of simmer type boil. You can see all the solids in there. And those will eventually sink to the bottom. This froth will eventually disperse. That steam is the water coming out of the fat. And you need to get rid of all the water. Ghee will actually keep for quite a long time at normal room temperature, about 3 or 4 months. If you leave any water content in there, then it goes rancid quite quickly, unless you refrigerate it. And then it's just like normal butter. Okay, it's getting fairly close now. As you see, there's no more steam coming out of it. This induction hobs are a bit fierce for this, really. Ideally, I would like to sort of turn this right down to allow the solids to settle at the bottom. As soon as you turn the heat off, they will settle at the bottom, and that is the point where you start skimming off the actual fat at the top. But as you notice, all these bubbles are pretty much dispersed now. So we're sort of close to the point where we're pretty much done. It's a bit difficult to actually see what's going on at the bottom of the pan. But I'm sort of hoping to see a colour change. It's difficult to see what's going on down there in the depths of the pan. Right, I've turned the heat right down. In fact, I've turned it off. I think we probably overdid it a bit, and that is one of the problems of having an induction hob. It's a bit fierce. You can see the colour of the solids at the bottom. So what we're going to do is just get rid of this foam. That should disappear eventually, it says. And we're just going to scoop out the fat from the rest of it, and also put it through a sieve, so we're going to stick it through that. this is what we have left. Ghee. Yay! Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed that short presentation. If you did, then please hit the subscribe button. This will allow the channel to keep going, and if you want notifications of future videos that I'll be bringing out, including Asian cooking, which is what ghee is all about, then hit that little bell. Thank you again for joining us, and hopefully see you next time. Bye for now.